We are back for part 16 of those must-get boss drops and their items, and we are kick-starting off at Join blindingsnow. Defeating the Furia will get you this lovely looking Chaos Edge weapon, which I really quite like the look of, and this twig morph thing or cape, whatever that may be, but they both drop from that boss. We're now over at Join Northstar and beginning with Karok the Fallen. Note these are Frostival tags, but I'm pretty sure you can get these drops all year round. If I'm wrong, I deeply apologise. If not, you can get them in a month or so's time. As you can see, a nice little list of drop items here. Some of them are AC tagged, some of them are not, but most of them are worth going on, at least having a think about if you would like to pick them up. And with the season upcoming, then you know it really is a time to stick some of these on your sets. We've also got the Queen's Gift. This has some further icy and Frostival items if you would like any of these. These ones sadly don't have any tags with them, but there are a couple legend bits of gear that are locked away, and we will find that as we go through this video. There are quite a few legend only items. The Zard Crossing, join nostalgiaquest. Presuming you've played the game for 8 years, I think it's the 8th birthday candle or whichever item is similar to that gains you access to the map. Long story short, once you get here, you can get yourself these Zard Crossing signs dropping, which I thought were pretty cool and I genuinely didn't even know were a thing. Join Novashrine is up next, and if you defeat the Nova Dragon, note this is different to Astral Shrine, so it won't be as difficult to go along and grab these drops. They're all AC tagged, they're pretty cool, I like them, I just like the colours, they're different to what you usually get. If you join Noxus, I believe this is a member-only map, you can defeat Extreme Noxus. There is a Bone Fang Blade, but crucially, there is the Rage Armour. I thought the Rage Armour just looked really quite cool. The Nulgath map exists, again it's for legends only, and if you head all the way to the right there is a Tainted Elemental. This is not the only map you can find a Tainted Elemental. There's also one over at Turk. With the exception of the Cursed Bone Blade, all of the item drops here are going to be for legends only, and I really like Dark Hunger, always been one of my favourite hoods to go and pick up. Here we have got Join Oblivion-tundra. This is one of the maps where, funny enough, I haven't actually gone through and done the quest chain, which was a total surprise and shock to me, so we'll just have to imagine we've walked to the bosses at this map. Archfiend Oblivion does still have a couple drops that are worth picking up. I'd recommend looking at the Fiendish Darkness set, this one right here as well with the head morph that goes with it, and the Oblivion's Wanted poster. That could look really cool on the wall in your house. There's also this slightly more messy monster, I can't actually read what it's called, Withered Archfiend, something like that has some bones that will drop and a little tail if you'd like that. Next up is Join Oddities for some spooky gear. This is a Friday 13th exclusive map, so if you're a free player you won't be able to come along here until February time, unless of course you have the house portal or you're a member. Then you can access it anytime you like. Once you get here though, there's a few merges, but we're not here to talk merges. We've done that in the past. We're here to talk Cursed Spirit. This has a list of AC tag drop items, and some of the weapons look really cool. I do actually quite like that Reaver of Wrath we saw a moment ago. There's a couple different sets as well. We've got the Spirit Scythe of Wrath, Spooky Spirit Hunter drops, as well as the Unlucky Farmer. I mean, Unlucky Farmer, I guess you could just whip that on with some Mimi set, and if you want that bag on your head, then there's things to add on. Join O-dokuro is next, and there's 4 different versions of this monster, I believe. I think it's 4 off the top of my head. We're going to start, though, with the level 23, just the standard one, having a little look at the drops you can get here. They do get progressively better, at least that is my main opinion on it. But let us zoom on now to what the level 31 looks like. So these are the 2 items you can get. A couple different katanas on your back, as well as a tail. The tail does go with something you'll get in a moment. There are some actual dual-wielding katanas that you can have as weapons, as well as the single version, and then if you would like it you can get the Samurai Panda item, which drop from the final level 80 version. Next up we're at Onslaught Tower, and you have no idea how much joy it brought me seeing the old buttons when we spoke to Graven. I really just got a massive nostalgia trip when those loaded up. Heading inside, this gate will open, which is where you can find yourself Maximilian Lion Fang with a whole host of mostly legend items, but there are a couple free player bits that are thrown in. The Den of Nightmares armor does drop from here, and there is also a second armor that we'll come on to in just a moment, which is called something Priest. I can't actually see the first word, but it's that golden one right there. So for those of you who like chaotic gear, and specifically the armor I've been wearing throughout the video, this is where you can get it from. It is from Orecavern. There are 2 different armors that will be dropping from this boss, and a whole host of weapons, etc. to go along with it. There are some very interesting looking hoods and masks. Not too sure I'll be equipping too many of those, but like I say, when you head down further, you'll also find yourself that madness of chaos armor. Next up, we're over at Join Original, because here, there is the location. You can get yourself Yulgaths Hut House, and it is a free player house. You may now be wondering which monster drops it here. Well, I'll tell you which one, and it is going to be this Fiend champion. Defeating him will give you the chance to get yourself a nice little 2-room house, so why not go along and pick that up if you don't have it already. Well folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like, and of course subscribe. Do note on that Yulgaths House Hut, it was tagged a staff birthday for Nulgath's birthday, but I think it's still there to get any time of the year and not just in January, but just have that in the back of your mind. But until next time, have a lovely day.